Ionic and covalent bonds. What are they? First of all, an ion is an atom with a charge. An ionic bond is when atoms give or take electrons of another atom. Here is a demonstration to further explain.
As you can see, chlorine isn't very happy. She needs another electron, but luckily sodium has one to give her. She gives her her extra electron. Chlorine now has a full outer shell. Since she has an extra electron, she is negatively charged, and since sodium lost an electron, she is positively charged. Their opposite charges attract one another and they form a compound.
Next, a covalent bond is when atoms share electrons to fill their outer shells. Let us watch a demonstration on covalent bonds. In this demonstration, we represent atoms who only need one more electron to fill their outer shells. The ball represents the electron they are fighting over. Since it is a covalent bond, they share one electron to fill their outer shells.
How are valence electrons related to each type of bond? For an ionic bond, the number of valence electrons tells how many electrons an atom needs to gain or lose to fulfill the octet rule.
For a covalent bond, valence electrons are the outer electrons, so when compared to the octet rule, it shows how many more the atom needs to fulfill it. To do so, two atoms combine valence electrons to complete their outer shells.
So, how do periodic trends affect bonding? Let's find out. An example of a periodic trend is whether or not a covalent bond is polar or nonpolar. Electronegativity is the ability of an atom to pull on another atom's electrons. A nonpolar bond is a bond between two nonmetal atoms that have the same electronegativity, and therefore have equal sharing of the electrons being used to bond. A polar bond is a bond between two nonmetal atoms that have different electronegativity, and therefore have unequal sharing of the electrons being used to bond. This causes the electrons to be moved more towards the atom that has a stronger electronegativity.
I need it!